You're watching the New Killer series. In today's video, we're going to talk about the Walking Dead franchise, its license holders, and what Behaviour Interactive would have to do to get this chapter into DBD. Since zombies now spawn on all maps with Nemesis, the Walking Dead chapter is now a legitimate possibility for the future, and that is so exciting.
On top of that, for the first time ever, this killer is assisted by AI characters. So we are adding zombies to the maps when you are facing the Nemesis. Zombies are patrolling the area, and survivors need to be careful of both Nemesis and them so that they don't get bitten and infected by the zombies.
How's it going, guys? I'm your New Killer series host, Schmuckles. Make sure to stick around to the end of the video if you want to see an interview I found where DBD game director Matthew Cote actually talks about the Walking Dead license. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this video if you want to see a Walking Dead chapter in DBD. If we spread the word about this chapter, Behaviour is more likely to see the Walking Dead as a good option for the future. I also stream on Twitch on Wednesday and Sunday nights. The link is in the description below. I'm also trying to start to grow my Twitter account. The link for that is in the description below as well. I found a good amount of forums with the Walking Dead chapter concept online. These chapters focus on Rick Grimes as a survivor and the governor or Negan as the new killer. With a chapter like this, there's a ton of possibilities for the new map. You could bring in the prison, Herschel's farm, a giant city, or one of the bases that Rick and his group stay at. Some people think that a Walking Dead chapter could also just work with one survivor, Rick Grimes, and no killer. Kinda like the Bill Overbeck Left Behind DLC and the Ash Williams Ash vs. the Evil Dead DLC. A little background, The Walking Dead first appeared as a comic book series in October of 2003. Robert Kirkman wrote the comic books and Tony Moore illustrated them. The comics focus on a Kentucky deputy named Rick Grimes who awakens from a coma in a zombie apocalypse. The series was adapted into the AMC television series The Walking Dead, which premiered in 2010. The TV series loosely follows the storyline of the comic books. The pilot received 5.3 million viewers, making it the most watched series premiere episode of any AMC television series. 9 additional seasons have aired, one each year since 2010, except season 11 was delayed due to COVID. The final season of The Walking Dead will now be aired this year in August. The production companies on The Walking Dead are Idiot Box Productions, Circle of Confusion, Skybound Entertainment, Valhalla Entertainment, and AMC Studios. The original writer, Robert Kirkman, is the founder of Skybound Entertainment. He's been working very closely with AMC to write, produce, and distribute The Walking Dead. So just to be clear, the franchise is owned by AMC Networks and created by Robert Kirkman, Tony Moore, and Charlie Adlard. In April 2012, Telltale Games and Skybound Games released a Walking Dead video game. There were a total of 5 video games in the series, and they had properly attained the copyright license from the Walking Dead franchise. Skybound Games took over the series when Telltale Games collapsed. AMC apparently backed out of funding talks with Telltale, and Telltale fired 274 employees with no notice. AMC still owns the rights to the show and can license games based on it. Apparently, the Walking Dead video games were based on Kirkman's comic book series, and the license deal was made with Skybound Games. Telltale Games abruptly fired a lot of employees and faced many lawsuits in doing so. The Walking Dead license also appeared in Overkill's The Walking Dead. This game is officially discontinued following Skybound's dissatisfaction with the game's commercial performance. Skybound Entertainment, the company that licenses and manages Walking Dead video games, said yesterday it terminated its contract with the bankrupt Starbreeze Studios and will discontinue all efforts on the game. The thing about all of these Walking Dead games is that they're all based on the comic book series. They don't have any characters from the Walking Dead TV series. Therefore, the license deals were made through Robert Kirkman's company, Skybound Entertainment, because Robert Kirkman and his production company fully own the comic book series. Last year, AMC and a dev company named Survivos announced The Walking Dead Onslaught. This game features Daryl, Rick, Michonne, and Carol. I don't think that this game is doing that well, but it has all of the characters we'd want to see in a DBD Walking Dead chapter. I think it's a safe bet if Behaviour wants a Walking Dead chapter in DBD, they'd have to go through AMC Studios to get the copyright license. Now, AMC works very closely with Robert Kirkman and Skybound Entertainment, so it's likely they would be involved with the negotiations as well. If Behaviour were to approach AMC for this copyright license, they'd have to get the likeness rights as well for Negan, Rick, or any other characters that they want to bring along in a chapter. In The Walking Dead Onslaught, Rick Grimes was portrayed by Keith Ferguson. I found a pretty good description of likeness rights. In addition to using a copyrighted work, you can also be sued for using someone else's name, likeness, or personal attributes without permission, most often when used commercially. The right of publicity is essentially the right to control the commercial use of your identity and image. image. I wanted to take a second to talk about Laurie Strode from the Halloween chapter. Dead by Daylight never actually got the likeness rights for Jamie Lee Curtis, who played Laurie Strode in the original Halloween movie, but they did get the rights to use Laurie Strode as a character from Compass International Pictures. They own the copyright license to the original Halloween. As a result, they can bring Laurie Strode into the game, but she can't look exactly like Jamie Lee Curtis, otherwise Behaviour could be sued because they don't have the likeness rights. I tried to find any information I could in regards to interaction between AMC and Behaviour Interactive. In October of 2019, someone discovered that Dead by Daylight is following The Walking Dead on Twitter. Since Chapter 20 is dropping on June 15th, Chapter 21 will be dropping in mid-September. The final season of The Walking Dead drops about a month earlier on August 22nd, so some people think The Walking Dead could be the next chapter in DBD. DBD released the Resident Evil chapter about a month after Capcom's new game Resident Evil Village, so some people are speculating that the same thing might happen a month after The Walking Dead's final season. I found an interview where Kote actually talks about The Walking Dead as a possible chapter in DBD. This is from 2017.
And do you see potentially a Robert Kirkman Walking Dead kind of crossover, since you've managed to get Leatherface and that, or you wouldn't want that anyway because you think it would interfere with the lore, as you mentioned before?
That's the thing, is it goes both ways. We want to make sure that we do not transform what the game we're creating is, but we also want to make sure that if we bring someone that's established, it's a character that's beloved, we want to make sure that we do it justice, and therefore we're not going to go after a license that is too far or that we couldn't really translate in game terms, because we want to be able to do this product justice. I mean, these people, they're all works of passions. We understand we're content creators, and if we're going to bring someone in, they need to be a good fit, so that when we have that conversation with the license holders, we go, you know what, this is what we think of doing, and they'll go, oh yeah, I can see my character doing that in your setting, let's do this. It needs to be, because it can't just be about money.
I put the link to this full interview in the description below. If The Walking Dead isn't the next licensed chapter to come into DBD, what do you think it's going to be? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see the next video in the new Killer series. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.